Welcome to Monopolistic Competition. In this video, you'll learn how monopolistic competition is similar and different from a monopoly, how it's different from an oligopoly, and how it's different in the short run compared to the long run. It's a lot we're going to learn in this video. Alright, so what is monopolistic competition? So, some ways it's similar to a monopolist, hence the name monopolistic competition. Each firm offers a distinct product and has a downward sloping demand curve, and each firm has some market power. Now this model that I have for you, it says AR, that should be demand. I mean, it's the same thing. Average revenue and demand curve is the same, but this should look familiar. This should look just like our monopoly model. So they're going to produce where marginal cost intersects marginal revenue, and then they move upward along that quantity to the demand curve, and that's the price that they charge. So in the short run, they're a lot like a monopolist, and I think I'm going to say that in another slide, so let me move on. Unlike a monopolist, however, they face competition. So again, the name tells you what you need to know. They're like a monopolist in most ways, however, they face competition. So in what way do they face competition? Well, there are many producers. So this makes it different than an oligopoly as well. Remember, an oligopoly has just a few large producers of a good. In monopolistic competition, there are many producers. Why this is significant is that this is going to remove any chance that we would have of collusion taking place. Because there are so many producers, it is just simply not practical or reasonable to think that we'd be able to collude with all of them and set prices and do that sort of thing. Some examples: shoe repairs, key makers, sandwich bars, coffee shops, salons, dry cleaners, bars, nightclubs. There are tons of these, so these would be examples of monopolistic competition. Many producers. Now again, each of their products are distinct because maybe only that one salon has the hairstylist that does your hair the right way. So they are distinct and different from each other. The coffee is a little different in each place, but they're close substitutes, and there are a lot of them producing that product. Alright, monopolistic competition operates like a monopoly in the short run. So I did already say that, and so you have this model here again, and it shows us that they look just like a monopoly. So this means that in the short run, they can earn a positive economic profit. So you see, look at points A and B. A is the price that they're charging. B is that average total cost. Since the price is above average total cost, in the short run, a monopolistically competitive firm can earn a positive economic profit. However, in the long run, there is free entry and exit. Because remember, that's why there's not competition in monopoly. Because in the long run, there isn't that entry and exit. There are barriers to entry. Monopolistic competition is lacking those barriers. So what that means is this is going to be very similar to perfectly competitive industries. If firms are making a profit, we would expect some firms to enter. If firms are losing money, we expect firms to exit. So what's that going to mean for them in the long run? ... Entry will lead to a leftward shift of the demand and MR curve, so they're going to move together simultaneously to the left if there is entry, because again, remember, these curves we're looking at is for each individual firm facing monopolistic competition. So if there are new firms, new competitors, it's going to reduce your demand curve. It's going to shift it to the left because they're going to be buying some products from those other new companies. So demand and marginal revenue curve shift left. Honestly, you're not going to really have to draw that, so don't worry about that part. What matters, though, is look where average total cost is. Now it's going to end up being tangent to our price. So price is going to equal average total cost, whether it's entry or exit, which is going to do the opposite. It's going to shift the MR and the demand curves to the right because firms have exited, so it's going to increase the demand for your product since there are fewer firms that you're competing with now. Again, the main point though, look at your average total cost curve. It again is tangent to the demand curve at your price. So what this means is, in the long run, the industry is in long run equilibrium when there is neither entry nor exit, and that's only going to occur at one point, and that is when every firm earns zero economic profit. So, like a perfectly competitive firm, a monopolistically competitive firm will earn zero economic profit in the long run. Unlike a perfectly competitive firm, a Well, actually, let me not say that. So that's the main thing. Almost did something wrong there. Zero profit equilibrium, so that's just another name for this. Each firm makes zero profit at its profit maximizing quantity. That's when we are in the long run. So in the long run, the demand curve must be tangent, hey, I just said that, to the average total cost curve at the firm's profit maximizing output quantity. And we already know where that is. That is where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. This has been a LaMoney Production. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.